first part of the video is going to be about how to form a Y using Fundation's verbiage, but then we'll talk about the sound that you make with it, and then also troubleshoot what you can do to help your child or student if they are struggling to form the Y. So first, the verbiage from Fundations says Y is a plain line slide letter. It starts on the, kids fill it in with plain line, and it does what? It slides. So go to the plain line, slide down to the grass line, pick up your pencil, finger, marker, whatever it is, and leave a space and point to the plain line. Slide back all the way to the worm line. And then we would say Y, yellow, Y. And when we're making the Y sound, one way I help my students, because typically when they say what sound, if they're struggling at all, what sound does the Y make, they will say ooh, like a W sound. And the reason for that is if I say Y, the name of the letter Y, actually sounds like that. And some kids have learned that, oh, like in a B, the B, first part of it is the B sound. A Y should start with a W sound, should make the W sound. So one way I help with that is I stand nice and straight. I put my arms up like I'm stretching, and I look like a capital Y, and I say, what letter do I look like? And they'll say Y. Well, when I'm stretching, I yawn. And so I have my arms up in that Y formation, and I say yawn, and that kind of helps to get rid of that w sound, which some kids get stuck on, thinking that's how we read the Y is the w sound. So common errors I see with handwriting, typically if you've worked on other slide letters, they're able to get this one, but errors might include something like that. They may do something like that. It just depends on where they're going to cross it. And so to help battle both of those, it's similar to the V or the W, in that I can lead them. I can say, okay, so we do our slide, point to the plain line, slide down to the grass line. I can give them support by giving them a dot of where to start it. Then we talk about how this line that I'm getting ready to write is actually going to tag that line, kind of like you tag kids at recess, right? And then what do you do after you tag? You run. And so I want to make sure when I tag it, I'm going to tag it on that grass line. I'm not going to tag it anywhere here. I'm only going to tag it when it touches the grass line. And so that gives them just an idea of where they're going to cross this letter. And so, again, you can support them by adding a dot to those two spots where they start and where they tag, and fade those slowly. So then I'm going to go back to the plain line. I'm going to slide, and where am I going to tag it? I'm going to tag it on the grass line. But then I have to run just like at recess, and I'm going to run all the way down to the worm line. Y, yellow, Y.